Hey, how's it going? So I'm going through some Pencil Bible QA for the um, Google login authentication feature, whatever. And I haven't visited this in a while. It's been working, so very firm believer in if it isn't broke and it's not completely confusing, just leave it be. And the Google, the Apple sign, and really just the authentication as a whole. It's been months since I have worked on that, so I figured it was a good. I like recording. These are the videos that I don't mind recording, um, which make it easy to record because it's a lot of just me, kind of just running through some thoughts. So yeah, I figured I'd also just kind of go through the project setup we have for Pencil Bible. So Pencil Bible, we're at 70,000 users, something like that. 70,000 authenticated, maybe 60,000, something like that, authenticated users in Firebase. Um, and they use email sign up. I guess I can show you. They do email sign up, and then they do Apple and Google sign up. I'm on a simulator right now. I can't do the Apple sign up, but I can do the others. I can do, um, yeah, I can do sign up with Google. Um, what we need to QA is the not really QA. We're just working through some refactoring based on like how we were handling the Google sign in like responses and stuff like that. So yeah, we have the app.tsx, and the main point I guess of this video too, in terms of like sharing, is like the tools that we use. So we use Sentry, and we use Code Push. Really, those are the two big ones. Also, Google Sign In. I guess we use a couple. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. So for Sentry, it's very easy. We just install Sentry, go through their installation stuff, and then in our app.tsx, right, tsx, right, the first file, we're setting up that Sentry config based on if they're in production, which is like on the native iOS level. Are they in release mode or are they in dev mode? Then we're just grabbing the ID, which exists inside of a local file. So yeah. Let's see. So I don't even know if this is still present. This is definitely old. Yeah, 16 months ago, but I won't touch it at this moment. Other than that, we have code push. So inside the root, same thing. We have okay. So what we have at this point is, let's see, export default app with Sentry. So because default name doesn't matter, so it's just going to wrap the existing app inside of um, this Sentry.wrap function. So that's only if we wanted Sentry. Now, um, if we want code push, it looks like what we're doing is we are defining the code push like configuration, and then we are sorry, I just had some other thoughts. Yeah, we are wrapping the app. Yeah, what are we doing? We're doing two things. Okay, yeah, this is confusing. So we're doing Sentry.wrap once, and then we're doing Sentry.wrap a second time, um, which doesn't make sense. Uh-oh. That should be fine. Hmm. Well, it's working, and this would not be the purpose of the video. Okay, yeah, so it's working as is. We are wrapping it twice in Sentry, which I feel like is what we shouldn't do. I believe that this is what we want. But and it crashes when you refresh Pencil Bible, it crashes, and I haven't dug into that just yet. Um, But it looks like this is all we need. But like I said, it does wrap it twice. Just for the sake of um, not needing to get deep, we're going to do some work in the near future about connecting the accounts. So like I can, for the same account, I can connect my Gmail with my email with my Apple authentication. I guess eventually Facebook or whatever else, maybe WhatsApp. Um, um, I can be able to sign into the same account using all of those. I guess one account on each of those things. So at that point, what we need to do first is convert the existing users. So the existing users have there's a document in Firebase for each of the existing users. Each of those users have an ID property. That ID is equal to the email used to sign up during authentication. Now, if you sign up via email, Apple, or Gmail, it gives us, Pencil Bible, an email that we know is going to be static, right? It's static in Gmail and in your custom email, not custom email, but the manual email process because you're specifying it and that's the value that we're going with. For the Apple sign up, you may provide us with access to that email or um, sorry, Rocco got up, or you don't want us to have that email. So Apple and iOS, um, I guess just Apple, they provide us with like, I don't know, like, you can think of it like a hashed version, where it's, some generated email from Apple. It's like private reply and then a bunch of numbers or something like that at appleid.com, something like that. But we know we can assume that it's going to be, I said static, the entire time. So we can use that as the identifier when they go to sign back up or sign back in, or try to sign up. We can, that's where the conflict comes in. So yeah, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so eventually, in order to do the social account email authentication merge, we have to first change the ID of each of those user documents to be a Firebase random ID. But the issue is that in the collection in Firebase, and I would have to create another video to show you, but in the it's just bigger. Yeah, I guess I would have to definitely show you. It's just a bigger effort um, to update that. It's just a big effort to update that, and in order to do stuff like that, we have to figure out when's the most ideal time to do it. What day of the week, what time of the day should we kind of like set out a notice, say, hey, this upcoming Tuesday from 12 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern, Pencil Bible will not be usable. Like, sorry in advance. We just have to do some maintenance and stuff like that. We need to get in and ensure that the one second, Rocker's terrorizing the cats. Okay. Yeah, we need to block it off and do the QA. We need to have a way to do backup. One sec. He's being crazy. I'll be back. Okay, we'll try this again. See if he goes crazy. Yeah. We'll need a way for a backup to we'll need a backup, and then we'll also need a way to revert back to that backup and do it multiple times. And we'll do it multiple times, maybe not multiple times on production, at least once, maybe twice, I guess, for something like that. So yeah, we just gotta have the resources available to do it. The resources currently are me and Arminio, but he's focused on. I don't want to pull him away from what he's been working on. So yeah, just delay it a little bit. Not like a crazy feature. People aren't really, asking for it in waves. So yeah, we can delay that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's code push, and then we have Google sign in, which is what I'm honestly looking for. So what am I doing here? But yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna keep it as is. I don't want to touch it. Get through that, and then we have login screen. So for code push, you're not gonna you won't see like an ID anywhere, right? For Sentry, we have to specify the DSN, which is like the key. So handsome. But for code push, we don't have to because at the iOS level, and I believe the Android level as well. Maybe we'll do some more stuff on Android. I don't know, but we store it inside the info.p list as a property. It's like code push development key or something. And then when the app is ran and used, it uses that value. So yeah. What's up, dudes? I know I'll be done soon. I'll be home soon. Just being a big baby. Can I help you? Okay. Okay, we're almost done here, or at least until I pause it. But that's that. Okay, yeah. So I don't know how Google's working, if I'm being honest. I don't know where we're setting the key. I think we're also doing that um, on the info.p list. But we have config here, which just gives us the Google OAuth client ID. How are we using this? Oh, okay. Well, right there. So inside of the login screen, and probably the same for the sign up screen, we have a use effect, which is setting up that client. Maybe this is not ideal. I feel like maybe we should do this above this level, because this would, like if I do, what happens if I do this? I mean, it's navigating, so is it really doing it again? I guess I could see. I should go take him out there. So I'll probably do that after this log message. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for configuring. Yeah, it's definitely doing it twice. So I don't know how bad that is. There's like a there's like an is active something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's an issue or not, but like I said, it hasn't been an issue, so we're not worried about it. Okay, so that's it. Once we press the, okay, actually, yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna do the whole start here thing. All right, so down here, Google handle, Google sign in. Review this file to ensure that the updates still work. QA on mobile and web. Sweet. Not web, sorry. I think we can just do iPad. It's essentially mobile. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. Let me just adjust the screen, sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we call handle Google sign, and this is what happens when the button is pressed. That calls has play services. Sorry. Check if device has Google Play services installed. Up to date is required. Okay. But yeah, I think this should be here. Presence of up-to-date Google Play services required to show the sign-in modal. Does not require to perform calls to configure, etc. Sign in prompts a modal to let the user sign in with your application. Also, I feel like that would catch it. No, it wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if it's an error or what. Collection. We have extra here. So we have this function log Sentry exception, which uses Sentry and this like object we've created to log an error to Sentry. Severity is defaulted to log unless we're specifying one of the severity levels, which are given by Sentry. And then we have a Sentry error message, which is any of those strings that we have. I guess this is defined by us, which I'm gonna bet that I got it from their documentation somewhere. And then extra is just any key value pairs that we should care about. In this case, we'll just I guess see what we can put in there. I guess we can't do anything. Yeah. So there is no extra because at this point they haven't provided like an email or a name or anything like that. So so yeah, we're gonna use error there, which is great. And I'm gonna actually log this as well. Error signing in with Google. Just in case like we're developing and it randomly happens. So yeah. I guess if I do this, okay, so I won't go to that just yet. That's the one I'm gonna sign into, but just give me a second. And for some reason this date, I gotta update React Native, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The user canceled. See, this isn't really an error. I think that's probably why I didn't console.log or do this here. We should have like a try catch here, but it's maybe a bunch. Nah, it's fine. So we're using this optional thing. So it's if this is undefined or void or null, whatever it is, we're doing fine. Okay, so actually sign in the user now that we've retrieved their user doc. Have we though? Oh, retrieve their Google user doc. Google credential, auth credential. Auth credential has a provider ID, the token, and the secret. The authentication provider ID for the credential, for example, facebook.com or google.com. Okay, that makes sense. I think this is where we would specify like I don't know if it supports like WhatsApp login or anything like that, but yeah. The ID token is given to us after Google Google sign. I'm sure if I can type this at all, so I can add a dot comment. Sorry. So ID token. So yeah, we're getting the ID token from the Google sign in, like the modal, right? So after I hit continue, after I sign in, now it's going to automatically sign it. It's going to give me back this token, and it's going to also give me this user, which is going to be these values here, and then the ID is what we want, I believe, or it looks like the email. I wonder if we should also store the ID, probably, but yeah. So then we are signing in here. That's just going to sign in, and then when we go past this, yeah, I feel like we definitely should do a try catch. Okay, yeah, because now we're doing like credential stuff, you know. Yeah, I feel like this is what we want. And then we also want the alert in here. And then here, then here, no ID token or sounds good. So both of those are going to throw down to here. And this is going to show the error message that is thrown by Firebase, which is pretty much this, right? And different versions of that based on whatever. So there's that. That's okay. Email provided by auth is a reference string. For what? Yeah, I don't think we're using this at all. Oh, we're using it here. Okay. If this can be avoided by storing values prior. Okay, so I haven't gotten there yet. This is where I'm at here. So we're setting a string reference, so it's going to be the most up to date value by then. We're setting that to Google user.email. Okay. So then we call sign in user thunk using Google user.email, and then we have an on success which just logs it to Firebase, and then we have an unsuccessful sign in which does some of that. And the error handling then out goes to another flow. It's maybe not the best, but we'll see what else we have and kind of go from there. Okay, so if the user has finished authenticating, we go to the sign-in user flow, and then we get the user. I don't know that for this video I should go more into it, because that's really the authentication part. The rest is all just Firebase stuff, and this is old stuff that could definitely use some additional update. But essentially, we're just getting the user document from Firestore using just a series of like service and helper functions. We're setting that to the current user slice, or just the user slice, and then we're retrieving all of the information for their yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking their data. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for the Google Flow. Once it is successful, sorry, we will call on success. Like I said, do that. Go to handle sign in, and then this is the next part in which we are setting up some default data. I don't know that this is actually needed. Probably is because we're using async storage. It's not like we're refreshing the app every time. Once you load stuff, it's loaded from once you load stuff, it's loaded from um, local storage, so it's going to be whatever it was previously. So we're just default setting the reader screen as the current screen, which, like I said, might or might not be needed. We don't want these, definitely. See, sign in user thunk, and then here we have not that one. Handle successful sign in is what I want. We're just calling that sign in user thunk. At this point, it has either the email that was provided to here, which is what? The email sent locally, which is going to be empty string or whatever I change it to. Let's see, where's the email one? Data.user. This is for Apple. So Apple needs the same treatment. Okay, yeah, damn. What time is it? 11:08. That's okay. So Apple needs, yeah, the same shebang. Get this quick. So I probably won't say much here. Okay. So I just want to see what we were doing on Google here. So we're setting this true, which is just fine. And then we're doing this, in which we're throwing this error. Try to get rid of these error messages. I think that's the goal. I don't know why that would be the case. Say, why would it? Oh, that's the catch. That's why. But this would be okay. Auth response. Sounds good. And we'll get the error the other way. Ooh. Identity token equals how do I do the data part? Data.user is what we want. I don't get this part. I thought. I figured it was just that. I'll just bring all this up, I guess. Yeah, where does nodes come from? Does it work with Apple? What am I doing? I'm trying to sign into Pencil Bible with Apple Authentication. I guess we don't need this value. This should be login. I mean, it worked. So I guess we don't need that value. And I'm not really not going to release this today. I need to do a bunch of QA and get Aaron to try and check it from his devices too, because yeah, it just seems like there's just trying to get rid of the red messages. If there's not red messages, you're probably doing something right. So yeah, if the user provides their email during authentication, they press share my email, then it will return that. Yeah, so as I talked about before, if not, return a randomly generated. It'll turn back to randomly generated Apple private ID. Oh, I should have just looked at the damn documentation. Okay, so we got email here, but this is used up top. So we do have email up here. So that means we just need to do decoded identity token. That's what we would need. Now, ideally, we have. Now, this was data, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Let's just keep this open. Yeah, it was. Okay. An opaque user ID associated with the Apple IDs. User sign-in will be stable across the developer team. Yeah, there's that. There's that thing I was talking about. So that's how we use it for Apple. So back up here, looks like we got rid of most of the error messages. Yeah, there's one up here. But yeah, this page was full with stuff. There's two less. Where'd that go? Apples. Yeah, we do the same thing as Google. Prompt them. The Apple sign in request. Do some error checking. Just says any, so I don't know how we determine that, but we just go forward with it. It's all in a try catch. That's fine. If we try to access something, we're doing the checking here, but if we try to access something that isn't available, we're throwing that, and we could theoretically do this, right, as well as this, and then all of these errors will. Wait a second. We would need. Actually, I'm not even gonna mess with it. We would need just this. So, yeah. And the catch would handle it, but then we would need like a little bit of context. And the error message for them might help, but we want to make sure that we're also doing our own messaging. Good habit, I think, to get into, especially when doing stuff like Sentry. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. We're actually doing the sign in, like the actual sign in stuff, and then we're passing the sign in user, doing the things. Pretty straightforward. So we do not on unsuccessful. Unsuccessful sign in. Okay, that's fine. So decoded identity token. I don't know what value it is, like what type it is, but it has a .email property. And I think this happens if like you delete the app from your phone, you wait a while, or you just delete it and then reinstall. You sign out, delete it, reinstall, and then when you go to log in, it'll ask you if you want to share your email or not, maybe. And then let's say when you signed up, you didn't share your email, so then like one of these random things was supplied. You've already authenticated in this current session with your Apple sign-in. It's just that when you signed up, you didn't allow the email. So now when you try to sign in, it no longer allows it. So what we then do is if the email doesn't work, we try that unique ID. And if that matches a document.id, then you're that user because you signed in. So continue business as usual. And then this does, the same thing. So pretty straightforward. Glad I got back into it. Up here, I guess probably what should I get into is this. So we have Apple Auth. Apple Auth. Let's see. We do Apple Auth somewhere. IAP, no. That's not Apple Auth. That's the thunk stuff. I think this is also Firebase. Like the Google Services file, maybe. But I forget how we specify exactly like the credentials for Apple Auth. Like our instance to Apple Auth, I guess. I think it is a series of config through Xcode and developer connect and Apple developer, sorry, and App Store connect and all that stuff. So then we have requested scopes, email, full name, so that's good, and then it performs a request, which actually does that. Sweet. So yeah, email is just as much simpler. We're just giving an email. We are trying to sign in with that email, and then if it's successful, then we do things. If not, then we hit call this unsuccessful, which just says user cannot be found. So very cool. Guess we just don't need that. Sweet. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and push this through, and I won't QA this today. I'll QA this during my next session, which tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so might be Friday, might be Monday. But I like to tackle this with a fresh point of view and get the testing on. I got two physical devices, and then get it to a position to where it makes sense that Aaron can test it too. Probably, I guess, after the weekend. This isn't like a major issue. Unless Aaron's having issues signing in with Google, um, then we'll wait. I think it's an issue with the Apple testers, like the app review testers, and just like they've got funky environments or funky permissions that interact in a funky way with the simulators and the devices and everything. So, um, so yeah. Sweet. Let me know if you have any questions on the things. I didn't go over sign up, obviously. Yep, it's very similar, but yeah, I guess another video. So thanks.